Good day, my co-workers. I'm Godfrey Mukareri. I've been given an opportunity by our employer to present this silent killer that we all struggle with and to see how we can cope with this. I want to talk about stress. We all deal with stress every day. On our daily basis, we deal with stress. But the question is, what is stress? Stress is a physical or mental strain that result of our everyday life. This can be pressure of the day work, academic projects. It can be financial crisis, dilemmas, traumas. Stress can produce physical or mental symptoms. But the good news is, it is possible to manage stress and maintain a healthy life. Dr. Hans Selye, he did a research using rats in the lab, and he came up with three adaptation syndrome, that is alarm resistance and exhaustion. And he said on the alarm reaction stage, this is the initial symptoms the body experiences under stress. I think we are all familiar with the fight or flight response, which is a physical response to stress. This is the natural. Imagine if you are running in the morning, then a dog just comes out of the corner, you freak out. But it prepares you either to flee or protect you, or it protects you from the dangerous situation. You know, everything, our heart rate increases. Our heart is beating. Your adrenal glands releases cortisol. This is a stress hormone. And you receive a boost of the adrenaline, which increases the energy, the sugars. This happens in the alarm reaction stage. Second stage, we move to the resistance. So after the initial shock, for example, when you're freaked out, when you've met the dog, having a fight or flight response, the body begins to repair itself. It releases a lower amount of cortisol, and your heart rate and blood pressure begin to normalize. But we need to know that the body continues to secrete the stress hormone, and the blood pressure remains elevated. You may think, how can I manage stress well? But your body physical response tells the different story. If the resistance stages continues for a long period of time without pauses to offset those effects of stress, this can lead to exhaustion stage. This is where the dilemma is. In the resistance, the stage that we see, there's frustration, poor concentration, you lose sight, and the last stage is the exhaustion stage. So when you've gone through the prolonged chronic stress, so when you've struggled with stress for long periods, this drains your physical and emotional and mental resources to the point that your body no longer has strength to fight stress. You may give up or feel situation is hopeless. A sign of that exhaustion stage is fatigue. We all go through that. Burnout, depression, anxiety, decreased stress tolerance. But we need to understand that stress begins in the brain. When you encounter the stressor, Maybe it's the dog that is barking in front of you, or the death of the beloved one. Whether it's an angry beer or an unreasonable deadline that you're going through in the workplace, you need to understand that there are chains of events when they kick off. What the brain does, it does have a portion, the amygdala, an area of our brain that processes emotion. It gets information about the stressor through its senses. It interprets that the information that it has received is a threat or is dangerous. So it gives the brain the signal in the command center that is well known as the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus connects to the rest of your body through the autonomic nervous system. This controls the automatic functions like your heartbeat and the breathing through two different systems, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. The nervous system, the SNS in brief, triggers the fight and flight response, giving you the energy you need to respond to the threat. The parasympathetic does the opposite. It allows your body to go into a rest and digest mode so that you can feel calm when things are safe. Don't you want that? But when your hypothalamus gets a signal from your amygdala that you are in danger, it sends a signal to the adrenal glands and activates the sympathetic nervous system. This adrenal pump out adrenaline, causing your heartbeat to beat fast and forces more blood into muscles and organs. Your breathing might be also quicken and your sense might sharpen, so that your body will release sugar into bloodstream, sending energy to all different parts. But we need to understand that in the long period of time, if you fail to deal with this stress, it can trigger headaches, migraines, chronic pains. If it might be in the respiratory, it can cause asthma, emphysema. You struggle to breathe because you need more energy to be able to get enough energy. So we need to deal with this. If you fail in the long run, this can lead to stroke, heart attack, cholesterol levels can be affected, hypertension. But the question is, since we all go through this stress, I have personally dealt with stress, but sometimes I fail to cope with it. I remember the last time I was having a lot of work. I had computer that need to be fixed. I've got clients that are calling on deadlines. I'm failing to meet the deadline. I'm studying business management with the Southern New Hampshire University, and the pressures, the project that need to be submitted, you are getting not yet all the time, and you ask yourself, what am I going to do? But I remember that sometimes we need to give our time to rest. Rest. Because if you fail to rest, this is where you take yourself, especially with men, with this response, the fight and flight. Sometimes we end up just failing to do anything. You are paralyzed of the situation. You can't cope with the situation. You can't move forward. But there's something that we can do if you want to be able to deal with stress effectively. Be an optimistic person. Be positive minded. See this situation. Sometimes things that you are scared of doesn't even exist. Speak with the client. Tell the clients what you're going through. Then when you're positive minded, your brain already, you activate your brain to be effective so that you can push. But Sometimes other people, they'll be pessimistic. Pessimist is being, you all see the negative outcome. But sometimes there's research, they always say, look at women, they befriend, they go, they socialize, they call friends, they laugh. But as men, sometimes we want to be in a solitary confinement. We want to be alone. But I want to tell you, we need to be positive-minded. Give yourself time to rest. Be positive-minded. Appreciate yourself. As you do that, that itself will help you to stay on track. We want to make this company a great company. But let's work together and see how we can make this company great. Enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers. Bye.